Okay, now, multi-step absolute value. Here we have something outside the absolute value and it equals -2. So at first glance, I'm thinking, oh, it's no solution, but that's not true. If there's something outside the absolute value, I have to undo that first before I can determine whether there's an answer or not. Does that kind of make sense?
Mm-hmm.
And think about this here. We have this -5. So if we added 5 to each side, now I have that +3, right?
Mm-hmm.
So is it possible?
Mm-hmm.
Now I do have two answers. I have the +3 answer and the what? -3 answer. And I wrote my problem like that and got rid of the little bars. And then to solve it, I'm going to what? -3 from each side, right?
Mm-hmm.
And the 3 will cancel out, so I'm going to have a -6 equals x equals 0, which I could graph like a dot, there'd be dots on those points right there. Now notice, so there are two answers here to this particular equation. There are two, all right? So this one here, they're all inside. So I set up my what? My positive answer and my
Negative.
negative answer. And then I'm going to -3 from each side, like I normally would. And -7 becomes a -10. The 7 minus 3 becomes a 4. And then we divide everything by 2. And I would get -5 equals x and x equals 2. Those would be my answers. Once again, I like to refer to them as the negative answer and positive, not necessarily that all the numbers are one, that one is negative or one is positive. All right?
Mm-hmm.
So, in the graph, and then my dots would look something like that. Okay? So, this time I've got several things, right? Well, pretend the absolute value is like a variable in itself. Undo the +3 by minusing 3. Then I'm going to divide everything by 4. You got to get rid of everything outside at first. And now I have that. I think it's the same problem I had a while ago, isn't it? 2x plus 3 equals 7. I think that's what it was. So we have the +7 and the what? -7. Where we -3. I mean, I'm going to go through this one a little faster just because we worked it on the previous slide. I got a little lazy to show you how they can make things and change things up a little different, right?
Mm-hmm.
And we ended up with the same answer here. I kind of planned that as a teacher just because I wanted to show like what that did right there.
Mhm.
All right? Okay, go ahead and stop.